What if there was a way to burn a lot more fat by following a simple, effortless routine every day? And no, I'm not talking about rubbing some nonsense fat-burning cream on your stomach. I'm talking about something that has been proven in numerous studies to actually boost weight loss without you having to exert much effort at all. This is something that you can do every day without changing your diet, without spending any extra cash, and without sweating your butt off killing yourself at the gym. And just to get straight to it, I'm talking about a goal-based walking program. And in today's video, I want to go over the benefits as well as exactly how to set this up to really speed up weight loss for whatever your current situation is, whether you're advanced or a beginner. And believe me, I get it. You're probably thinking, how in the world is walking going to help me lose weight? I actually used to think the same exact way, but I've completely changed my mind since I started setting some goal-specific walking routines for my clients and seeing the results for myself. Research also supports the powerful benefits of setting a daily walking goal. For example, in one study, participants were able to lose an average of 17 pounds in 6 months by simply taking a brisk walk every day. They were able to do this without any other changes to their diet. So imagine how much of a boost this could provide when combined with diet modifications as well. Now, ideally, the way that you would want to set this up would be to aim for about 10,000 steps per day. You can, of course, go higher up, like 15,000 steps per day, and you can go lower as well, but I recommend not going any lower than 7,000 steps per day if you want to see noticeable results week after week. Of course, the number of calories you'll burn depends on a couple factors, starting first with your weight. Obviously, the heavier you are, whether it's muscle or body fat, the more calories you'll burn for every single step you take. Another factor is if you're walking on more of an incline, you'll burn more calories than if you're walking on more of a flat surface or a decline. Another one that most people don't consider is whether you're walking on a treadmill or you're walking outside. Since the treadmill is moving for you, you don't have to kick off on each step like you would outside. So you'll usually burn around 5% more calories walking outside rather than on a treadmill. Not a huge difference, but something to keep in mind. In general, walking might not seem like it'll burn a lot of fat, but just by taking 10,000 extra steps every day, at the end of the week, you'll burn off anywhere from 2,800 to 3,500 extra calories, which is a lot considering that most fat loss diet plans are structured to burn off about 3,500 to 7,000 calories per week. So you can literally double your calorie deficit just by taking 10,000 extra steps per day. And to make things even easier, it doesn't take that long. If you're already active and you currently walk throughout the day, you can probably reach your 10,000 step mark simply by adding in 30 minutes of brisk walking per day. If you don't walk much throughout the day, you can make simple changes like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, parking your car further away from wherever you're going, walking your dog more, or skipping lunch and walking on your lunch break instead. Of course, if you don't want to do any of these things in the middle of your day, you can simply take a longer 1-hour walk every day. And tracking the number of steps you take is easier than ever. A lot of people buy devices like the Fitbit, but nowadays it's absolutely not necessary since there are a ton of apps on your smartphone that can track the number of steps you take on a daily basis and even let you know exactly how many calories you're burning based on your specific body weight. The really cool thing is, ultimately, what you do with the calories you burn is completely up to you. You can simply choose to get your steps in every day, keep your diet the same, and watch the extra pounds fall off the scale. Or you can make your diet much more enjoyable by allowing yourself to eat more food since you'll be burning hundreds of extra calories per day just by walking. Think about how much more enjoyable your diet can be if you add 400 extra calories per day to it. When looking at it this way, you can even plan to walk extra steps if you know that you're going to have a cheat day or if you accidentally binged and deviated from your meal plan. So if you know you're going to have a big cheat meal that day, you can walk an extra 5,000 steps. So instead of 10,000, you're going to walk 15,000 steps. The other thing to remember is that you can make up for any missed steps. Even though the goal is to walk every day, if you miss a day, you can just walk the extra 10,000 steps that you missed during the rest of the week. So you can simply walk an extra 5,000 steps on 2 other days of the week, and just like that, you can make up for the one day that you skipped. Also, according to the research, it doesn't seem to matter whether you walk all 10,000 steps continuously all at once or if you do it intermittently throughout the day. In fact, in one of the studies, there's evidence that shows that splitting up your steps between 2 or more sessions can produce better results in regard to weight loss than taking all 10,000 steps at once. However, most other studies show that both produce similar results. So as long as you make sure that you're getting your steps in throughout the week, you will see results. Now, other than the extra calories that you'll be burning, there are a ton of additional benefits. First of all, walking is a great way to burn fat whether you're a beginner or advanced. If you're a beginner and you're not really doing anything right now, one of the easiest forms of activity to start with that can actually have a dramatic impact and carries a very low risk of injury is walking. On the other hand, if you're advanced, you probably already have a set workout routine. The beautiful thing about adding a daily brisk walk into your already established routine is that it doesn't have a negative impact on your performance with the workouts that you're already doing. What I mean is that if you're already lifting weights 5 days a week and you want to burn some extra calories, you can of course add some traditional cardio to your workouts where you run, row, or use a stair climber, for example, but studies show that this leads to something known as the interference effect. Essentially, weight training and cardio lead to different adaptations. For example, cardiovascular endurance type activities lead to a greater expression of slow twitch or type 1 muscle fibers, which are more resistant to fatigue and best suited for endurance activities. Meanwhile, weight training, on the other hand, leads to the development of more type 2 or fast twitch muscle fibers, which are more explosive, powerful, and more beneficial for muscle growth. So doing a lot of cardio can decrease your strength gains that you get from lifting weights and decrease muscle growth as well as your ability to maintain muscle during a cut. On the other hand, walking does not seem to create these negative effects, probably due to its very low intensity nature and the low amount of impact it has on your joints. So even if you lift weights 5 or 6 days a week, you can comfortably add 10,000 steps per day and burn all those extra calories without negatively affecting your performance. This is why adding in more steps is also an excellent strategy for when you hit a plateau. You can just slowly add more and more steps until you're walking 10,000, 15,000, or even 20,000 steps per day, burning an extra 7,000 calories per week. By doing this, you can break through most plateaus without having to cut even more calories from your diet. And since it's so low impact and easy on your body, you'll still reap the maximum benefits from your resistance training sessions. The other awesome thing about walking daily is that it's incredibly easy to stick to because most people rate it much higher in terms of satisfaction when compared to other forms of exercise like cycling and running. So even though you might find a whole list of reasons to skip a 30-minute jog, you'll be a lot more likely to be consistent with your daily walk, and consistency is the key to losing weight and keeping it off for the long run. Really, all you have to do is just start and make it a part of your routine. Once you do it for a couple days, it'll start feeling unnatural to skip. However, with that said, almost anyone can lose motivation or start procrastinating even after this has been established as a routine. So if you're the type of person that typically pushes off your workouts, then the best strategy to ensure that you stay consistent with this is to get the majority of your steps in first thing in the morning. This works so much better than waiting later on in the day because there's going to be 1.5 million things that come up by the end of the day that can make you want to skip out on this walk. If you plan on walking after work, for example, there's a good chance that you're going to be tired, whether that be mentally or physically. Or by the end of the day, you might have to run a ton of errands that you weren't expecting to have to take care of. That's exactly when the excuses will start popping into your head. On the other hand, if you make time to get it out of the way first thing in the morning, once you're done, no one can take that away from you. Taking that brisk walk first thing in the morning will also wake you up, put you into more of a positive mood, and increase your energy levels, which will all help you take on the day and be more productive. So bottom line, if you're a procrastinator, it's essential that you get your steps in first thing in the morning. Now, one final thing that you can do to ensure that you stay consistent with this is to try to find someone that will take on this daily walking challenge with you. This is basically going to be your walking partner. And by doing this together, you can hold each other accountable on the days when one of you doesn't feel like it. Again, taking 10,000 steps per day is very effective and it works better than most people think, but the key to seeing the results is doing it consistently. Without consistency, you can't make consistent progress. So that about wraps it up, guys. I hope I was able to drive home the point that regardless whether you're a beginner or you're advanced, having a daily step target can really help accelerate fat loss or simply help you stay lean once you actually get there. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon. Also, if you're looking for a done-for-you workout plan that can be done at home or in a gym and also includes a customizable meal plan that'll be based around you and your preferences, whether that be intermittent fasting, carb cycling, 1 meal a day, keto, or vegan, just to name a few, then click the link below in the description and head on over to my website. Between the 3 gyms we have in New Jersey and the online training, we've put thousands of people through these programs, and my clients that follow the plan can expect to lose at least 20 pounds or 5% of their body fat in only 6 short weeks. To learn more, click the link below, or you could visit my website directly at gravitytransformation.com. I'll see you guys soon.